This slider covers 95% of scenarios of using a motorized slider with your camera for video work. Let's review that. What's good, guys? My name is Oleg Nikitin and you're watching No Limits On channel, and this is a new slider by Zeapon company. It is called EVO D60. And the biggest advantage of this slider compared to double distance sliders is that it's made out of aluminum and it is rock solid and super steady even for macro videography. In the kit you'll also find a carry bag with a handle and 2 extra velcro straps so you can strap it to your suitcase, or for example you can strap an additional light stand and carry it all together. One more huge advantage of this slider is the brushless motors, and it is super quiet and silent. And let me ramp up the speed. Yes, you can definitely hear some noises, but it's definitely not super noisy, as you can tell. And if your talent does have a lavalier microphone and this slider is about 1 meter away from a talent, you won't have any major issues with the audio. Also, Zeapon EVO D60 can handle the camera setup up to 5 kilograms if you use it horizontally, but if you want to mount it vertically, as I'm showing it to you right now on the examples, the payload is restricted to 2.5 kilograms, which is still a lot. And the own weight of the slider is only 1.7 kilograms, which is definitely not super heavy, and you can easily take it with you to travels or to the different shoots in your city. And as I said, guys, the whole slider is made out of aluminum. And it's super sturdy. It's not wobbling, not shaking, and the footage you get is super smooth. And also the slider is super easy and intuitive to use. Basically, with your hand you simply set it to the A point, then you press the A button and you hear the beep sound, then you put it to another point, for example right here, and it is still super smooth, so you can even do it manually. Then you hit the B point, you can also set it to loop, and then you hit play. And there you go. And you can change the speed of the slider with this little knob, even while it's going, and set it up as you want to. And basically the speed of this slider is 0.5 millimeters a second as the slowest option, which is super slow and nice. And then we have 57 millimeters as the fastest setting. It is pretty fast as well, and I'm not sure if you need that fast of a speed. Regularly. And if you want to reset your A and B points, you simply hit pause, then you press and hold A, then you press and hold B, and there you go. You can now reset both points. So easy. And also, guys, as you can probably tell, while it's moving to the side, it's also turning the camera, because this slider has a built-in turning mechanism, and it's done with this little metallic line, let me say, and you can adjust it. There is a knob, and you loosen this knob and you loosen this mechanism on the side, then you adjust the angle and you have different angles of turning of the camera while it's moving, and it's made in mechanical fashion, so it's repeatable and it's super easy to set up as well. So if you want your object to be in the middle of the shot, you set the slider to 0 position, straight in the middle, then you set it correctly to the middle of the lens. I mean, the lens is the object of my filmmaking for this example, and then you move to the side and you turn this little lever, and as you can tell, guys, it should be in the middle as well. And when you press play, you'll have the object in the middle and you'll have like an orbital shot, which looks super nice. And to make things even easier, we have a little scale printed on the body of the slider itself, so you can memorize the number, and it's much easier to use this way. And one more huge advantage of this Zeapon slider is of course the NPF battery, which is mounted on this side of the slider, so it's not getting in the way of your camera by any means. Because the slider which I've been using previously does have the battery compartment right here, and occasionally my camera hits the battery, especially if I want to use bigger batteries like NPF 970 batteries, and with that slider I had to use smaller NPF batteries and they didn't last for so long. And also that slider didn't have USB Type-C power option, but this one by Zeapon does have it, and you can use from 5 volts to 12 volts USB-C power with a power bank or the outlet, and the power draw is about 15 watts. And also, guys, if you want to use the camera remote control, you can connect it straight to the slider itself, or you can use the app to shoot time lapses, for example. Also, EVO D60 has a lot of 1/4-inch threads, so for example we have 2 on the bottom, we have a lot of those in the middle, and we have 3/8 as well, and we also have right here on the side for mounting the accessories, so you have a lot of mounting options with this slider. And we also have a bubble level, which is super handy if you try to level it up on a tripod with the ball head, for example. Of course, this Zeapon slider uses the same app as all of the Zeapon sliders, and the app is super intuitive and easy to use. You can adjust the speed of the slider, you can use it manually, going to the left or to the right. You can set up the A point and the B point, and also you see the amount of minutes or seconds that are left if you set up a certain speed. For example, if you want to travel from the farthest point to the farthest point of the slider, it'll take this many seconds to travel at the slowest speeds and this many seconds to travel at the fastest speed. Also, with the help of this app, you can shoot time lapses in manual mode or in semi-automatic mode. And if you have some extra accessories like the turning head, which is also motorized, you'll have some extra options in the menu of the app as well. All in all, it's a super intuitive app to use, but I actually prefer to use it in the manual mode because it's that simple to use it right here. And guys, there are two versions of this slider. This is the D60, which is actually 67 centimeters in length itself and with the 44 centimeters of travel distance. And we also have the D40 option, which is slightly shorter. The length itself is 47 centimeters and also 24 centimeters of travel distance. And the price difference between the two models is only 50 bucks. So 400 for the D60 and 350 for the D40. And in my opinion, you would definitely appreciate some extra travel distance with the D60, and the price difference is not that big and the size difference as well. So I would highly recommend the D60 model. To conclude, guys, I do think that this slider covers like 90–95% of shooting scenarios with a slider, but if you think differently, please drop a comment down below which slider would suit your needs and what are your needs. And if you did enjoy this video, smash the like and subscribe buttons and hit the notifications bell. And right here, I have my review and comparison of the Top Rig S60 slider versus the Zeapon Micro 3. So I'll see you in that video, guys. Take care, bye.